Okay, everybody, thank you so much for joining us on our Thursday night coffee chat. My name is Caity Metz, and I'm a double diamond from Newton, New Jersey, and I am just so excited to be here with my lovely co-host, Catherine MacDonald from Michigan. Hi, Catherine.
How's it going?
Awesome. I'm really, really excited about this call. Normally, our calls are a lot about the business opportunity, and I'm kind of excited because we're going to talk about our business opportunity, but what fuels our awesome business opportunity are our products, and I'm really excited about getting to share a little bit about that. So do you want to start with your story again this week?
I would love to start, and I'm going to focus a little bit more on our products with my story. Of course, Caity, you and I both came on board pretty quickly because of the results we got with the products. But sometimes when I look back on where I was 2.5 years ago before I started with It Works, and to know that I was dragging to get out of bed every day, I had about 15 pounds I really needed to lose to feel comfortable and comfortable with myself and feel healthy and feel good about myself. And just really struggling with some digestive issues and things, and had no idea what to do. I was trying some other programs. They were not working for me. And I had felt like this for about 8 years when I found It Works. And it was through a friend's Facebook post about a couple of our products that I thought, you know what, I really want to connect with her on those, and specifically our greens, because I was lacking energy so much. And being a mom with 4 kids who are very busy, and I was, as you know, Caity, working a few different part-time jobs, I was just really, really struggling. So I got started on our greens, and within 2 weeks, I found myself able to stay up, later in the evenings. I wasn't falling asleep on the couch at 7:30. And in fact, I was even staying up till like 10:30, 11 o'clock some nights, feeling like I could get more things done, and I was getting up bright and early in the morning. But then on top of that, I wasn't having the issues with my stomach hurting so bad and cramping up so bad when I would take our fat fighters after I would eat. And so, dealing with that for 8 years and having relief from it within a matter of 2 weeks obviously sold me immediately on our products. And I signed up with the business the day I heard about the products, really believing in what the ingredients had, and what, just knowing about those ingredients, what it was supposed to do for me. But after that 2 weeks, I knew that this was something that I would want to be a part of for a very, very long time. And that's really where our business took off, was me just sharing my story.
I love that. It's so true. And I think, when you do have a personal experience, it does make it more believable, and then you're more passionate to go out and share that with other people. So I'm sure that has definitely helped fuel your business for sure.
Oh, huge. And, and people will say to me lots of times, like, well, why do you need these products? And I'm like, well, you don't understand. I look and feel the way I do because of these products.
Yes. Exactly. And been able to maintain it as well, right?
Yes. Yeah. I lost 16 pounds in the first 8 weeks being on the products, just because things, I think, normalized in my body. And I've maintained that now for over 2 years, which I think is fantastic. You don't hear about weight loss programs where people, do something over a small period of time and then stay consistent with the basis of it and maintain as well as I've been able to maintain. So anyways, you had just a huge, huge results with our products also, Caity.
Yes. So when I got started, I was full-time work and full-time school, and not a lot of time in between. I was taking 5 classes for my bachelor's, and that was 2.5 years ago. And I worked at a mall. I worked in retail, and I was working late hours and early mornings, and food was something that I would have to grab really quickly, and my diet suffered. And at the time, like you, Catherine, I was having a lot of digestive health issues. So I got a call from my mom about this crazy wrap, and she had told me all about it. And at the time, I was trying to eat healthier and go to the gym, and lose a bit of weight that I had gained through some medication that I was on at the time. Actually, quite a bit of weight I gained, and I was just feeling so bad about myself. I was struggling with a lot of anxiety and depression, and just I was feeling so self-conscious, and this wrap came into my life, and I was able to try it, and I didn't get great results, but I was more intrigued with the greens, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to just go, and I'm going to check this out, and I'm going to see how it goes. And I didn't get great results in the first 45 minutes, but, man, the next morning, my stomach loved the wrap. I woke up the next morning, my stomach was flatter. I was always bloated with all the issues I was having. I was much, much flatter, smoothed out from all the cellulite that I had, and I knew I had my hands on something very special. And I knew that if that wrap worked for me, that these products were going to work for me. So I decided that I was going to take an ultimate makeover challenge, and I don't think I've ever even said this to you, Catherine, but
No.
I bought just a little bit of everything, and at the time we had this ultimate pack, and that was my first goal. I was like, I'm going to go on this ultimate pack for 90 days, and I'm going to see what it does for me. And I really joined this company so that I could afford my product and pay for school books. And so I went on my ultimate pack, and lo and behold, I think it was after 6 months I was down 40 pounds, and
Wow.
I felt amazing. And I'm only 5'3". I'm really not that tall, so any weight loss or gain is very noticeable on the way that I look. And so when I started seeing results as quickly as I did, I started getting off some of the medications that I was on. I was feeling better. And I'm only 24 now. At the time, I was 21 years old, and I was on all these medications. And getting off of them was so freeing. It felt amazing. And, you know, I can't trade that for the world. Money's great, but health is better. And I was so excited. I had to share it with everyone I knew. And really, that's how our business took off. And, you know, I'm so thankful for my mom thinking of me when she heard about that to give me that call, because it has completely changed my life and my health. And, again, now I'm down over 50 pounds, and I have maintained that for the past 2.5 years, and I've never felt better, really, honestly. And I'm just really excited because, you know, once in a lifetime do you get a product that has the credibility backed up behind it like we have. And the friendships that we've made and things, and just hearing that it's not just working for us, but it's working for other people is really exciting. So I love that. Catherine, you and I have a very similar story.
We really do. And what I really like about, I think the biggest thing we have in common with our stories was it wasn't about us losing weight. It was about us getting healthy and letting our bodies do what they naturally were supposed to do by giving it what it needed as far as our health was concerned. And I love that.
Exactly. So I don't want to wait a second longer. I am really thrilled about our guest tonight because this is a perfect lead-in. Kristina Wilson is one of my very best friends in the business. She is just an amazing person, and she has a lot to offer as far as her background. So, Kristina, I'd like for you to just introduce yourself and tell everyone a little bit about your first experience with the wrap and how you were introduced to this business.
Okay. Hi, everyone. Kristina Wilson. I'm Diamond Executive from Wyckoff. And how I got into it, my first experience with the wrap, I was totally a non-believer. Just to give you a little bit of background, I am a certified licensed athletic trainer, so I do sports medicine. I have my bachelor's and my master's in that field, and I spent 6 years learning about how this wrap does not work. Nothing like this works. So I was completely skeptical. And my crazy neighbor, I love her to death, but she always was just out there for me because I'm very analytical, I'm very scientific. And she is just all about holistic. And so I was a non-believer. So she finally convinced me about a week and a half before my wedding, after I had done extensive research on the ingredients to make sure that there was nothing bad in it, no carcinogenics, no, like, craziness. She finally convinced me to put a wrap on my arm. At the time, I was working 2 full-time jobs and coaching volleyball, and it was literally, I wrapped on a Tuesday, and my wedding was the following Saturday, so a little bit more than a week and a half away. And I wrapped my arms. We measured at the time, because this was back in 2012 when we still measured. So we measured, and after the wrap, I bloated like almost an inch, and I flipped out. I panicked. I was so angry. And I flew to Chicago, actually, with my volleyball team because I was working in sports medicine with NYU. So we flew out that weekend, and I completely forgot about it. I drank my water like a fiend. I think I've ever drank so much water in my life, and I forgot about it. And then it was the wedding, and then we finally got our wedding teasers back, and I saw a picture from our wedding, and my jaw almost hit the floor, because I was working as a personal trainer at a gym, as well as doing physical therapy and working as sports medicine. So I was lifting, 10-gallon coolers, which is like 30-plus pounds, 50 pounds. So I was lifting things all the time. I was really in the best shape I've been in so long, but I couldn't tone my arms. I saw this photo, and I just absolutely couldn't believe it, because I've never been able to tone my arms no matter how hard I worked. And I put up a picture and compared it to my last fitting, which was 2 days after I wrapped. And then I measured. So this was like a whole month later. I finally measured again, and I actually lost from my original measurement a significant amount, like over an inch. It was like an inch and a half.
Wow.
So we don't measure anymore, but the pictures, I'm like, people know me just from my bridal pictures. They go, oh, you're that bride. Oh, you're the arm picture, the bride with the arm
I think picture. I just saw your picture recently, and I was like, wow, that's amazing.
Yeah. So people don't know me. They just go, oh, that's you. And I go, yes, that's me. So I got into it with that, and like I said in the very beginning, I researched this wrap extensively because of my personality, because of my education, because of what I did for a living. And the more I got into the business, the more I started trying other products, the more I started falling in love with all of the products and just the integrity of the company. And just to kind of go hand in hand, my favorite testimonials, the wraps are great. I love them to death. But just like Caity and Catherine, you guys, I had ulcers. I had IBS. I've been on gastrointestinal medication since I was about 14 years old. I have a slow digestive tract, which means normal digestive tract is supposed to contract 3 times a minute. Mine only does it once. So where it takes somebody an hour to digest something, it takes me 3 hours. So it's one of those things, if I eat too much and I even sit down the wrong way and it puts too much pressure on the top of my stomach, there's not a whole lot I can do to keep that food down. So tons and tons of the testimonial issues. Can't even tell you how many GI tract series I had by the time I was 18. And it was just something I lived with. I was on my medication. I knew what I could and couldn't eat. If I ate pizza, I knew I was going to throw up. If I ate ice cream, I knew I'd throw up. And then vice versa. I knew what was going to, cause issues on the other end. So I really started looking into the greens and the regular and fat fighters and using them as a wellness protocol for me. And I have to say, I have never, with all the medication that I've taken over the years, I was never able to get the same results and the same therapeutic benefits that I was able to achieve just using those 3 products, just daily, using them together, making sure I was taking it at the right time. Absolutely changed my life. Changed my husband's life, too.
That's great.
I love
it.
So
cool.
One question that I know that you probably get a lot with your background, you've probably seen like every supplement under the sun, and you've had, I'm sure, experience with things that are similar to our products. So for you, without going, too crazy into specifics, what is it about It Works that made you join the business and join it like right before your wedding? Because I don't know if you guys caught that, but she joined like a week before her wedding. So
yeah.
Why did you choose It Works when you've seen other companies before out there?
I chose It Works really for the integrity of the products was really something that attracted me to the company itself. I've done a lot of research on different companies. I'm really big on making sure that what I'm putting into my body is going to be not only effective, but it's going to be good for me. There's so much out there now that we don't even realize how many toxins we're putting into our body. If we're able to eliminate even just half of them just with being, aware of what we're taking and what we're eating, what we're drinking, it's all that much better. So one of the things I absolutely loved about the company, I just decided to, jump into this was the way that the company produces and develops their products. They are extensive, and I have a whole little green personality outline. But one of the things is that all of our products are natural green-based products. They're herbal, they're holistic, but most of all, they're functional. They make sure that they're not only using just the best products, they're using any of the ingredients are pharmaceutical level, which means that they are above any of the commercial cosmetics. So you're getting the purest of the purest herbs. They monitor the growing. They only buy from organic farmers in Mexico and Europe if they're not growing their products. Even down to when they produce each product, like each batch of our wraps, the cream is it's monitored, it's certified, and it's analyzed. Every single batch is made fresh. And each environment from start to finish is environmentally controlled in the facilities that they use. It's just the company goes above and beyond to make sure that they're delivering the highest quality, the highest, purest, most perfectly fine-tuned herbs and botanicals for our product. It's unmatched. It's unparalleled by any other company that I've seen out there. They're not about making the product for quick production and quick payout. This is a company that really cares about the quality and that therapeutic results that they're going to get, and getting them in a way that are not just quick and effective, but are good for you. They don't just help you in your life, but they're actually good for your body. That's one of the things that really really attracted me to the company. And then just, the products themselves, the uses for the products. So, like, on a daily basis, I'm a product junkie. I just realized this the other day. I use the cleanser, the lifting lip and eye cream, the toner, the green Profit exfoliating peel, and the stretch mark cream. And that's only because I'm pregnant and I can't use the other stuff anymore. And I can't wait to wrap, and I can't wait to get back on my new U and use my Confianza again, because Lord knows I'm missing my Confianza. So, yeah. So that's one of the things that really drew me to the company, as opposed to the other companies out there that are similar, because you don't really know what you're getting. There is no overseeing board really internationally that regulates any kind of growing. Things have we have the USDA, and that's, they stamp things organic, but every country has its own regulation board. So it's really easy for any company to just call their products natural or organic. And we make sure, It Works makes sure that they go above and beyond to really make sure that they're providing the best, highest quality ingredients for their products, which is, in this world, that's invaluable. That is the most important thing to me.
I love it. Catherine, do you have anything you want to add?
Well, I just love that what you're saying really shows, because probably one of the biggest things, a lot of people will say is, well, why can't I just go get a multivitamin from the grocery store? Isn't that the same thing? And what you're sharing with us is it's not, and it's worth it to spend that little bit of extra money to get the quality of what It Works is producing.
Right. And actually that brings up something I am really passionate about. That just to do like a little quick, for anyone that's new into the business, just some real points to drive home, because I know people always say, well, I saw this other company that had greens, or I take a protein shake from GNC that works just fine, or why can't I just use biotin that I get at the health food store? And one of the things about our products that goes above and beyond is not only do we have incredible ingredients, but we also have our company doesn't just say, okay, what can we use to achieve our goal? They use the scientific method. They literally spend months and months pulling research, conducting research, making sure it's safe, making sure it's effective, finding out what is the best and the most effective and the safest therapeutic botanical that they can find for what they want to achieve. So like with our greens, people say, oh, I do a green shot. I do my grass wheat shot, right? And they just are basically taking a bunch of grass. But with our greens do so much more than that. There's so many testimonials about people, with diseases and everything saying, amazing testimonials of how it changed their lives. So just 3 quick points about our greens. We say it alkalizes and it balances our pH, but why it does that and how it does that is actually in our greens there's a lot of potassium, 260 milligrams of potassium. And the reason why that's so important is because potassium and magnesium, 2 chemicals in your body, regulate each other. And when your body is acidic, your body tries to compensate for that. And in order to compensate and try to lower your pH level, it basically takes nutrients from your bones. That's where it's going to get the calcium that's going to try to bring your pH level down. So in an acidic environment, which harbors disease, cancers, all that stuff, you're also losing bone density because you're pulling calcium from your bones. So that's also long-term effects. People don't realize how detrimental it is to your health to have an acidic environment. That's why our greens go above and beyond with that potassium level, which we use the strongest alkalizing agent found in citrus fruit ever. That's one of the awesome things that they use in our greens. Also, our greens, bar none, because we have the 38 superfoods. They're 38 herbs and nutrient-rich superfoods. They're whole food, and the reason why this is so important, as opposed to other companies that grind down their food and they have processed synthetic versions, your body doesn't recognize synthetic forms of food. So in order for your body to actually absorb it, it has to be in a form that it recognizes. So that's why you'll see on all of our product details, it says whole food nutrition, natural whole food, because it's literally just food ground down. Your body can recognize it and actually absorb it. It's called bioavailability. So it's amazing.
So that's really
probiotics.
Sorry. I got really excited there for a second because a lot of people question, like, why, you hear the test, the vitamin test where, people will see an x-ray and somebody's belly is full of vitamins or whatever that never got used. And ours are used because of the way they're produced as a whole food is what you're saying.
Exactly. It's exactly,
awesome.
and that's in every single one of any of our supplements. You'll see it in the greens, the ProFit, even the hair, skin, and nails. Bioavailability is the biggest thing. The way that you actually, get those nutrients into your body, it makes a world of a difference. And where it's being activated, so like our probiotics, people say, oh, I take a probiotic. I don't need probiotics. Unfortunately, what a lot of people don't know is most probiotics are killed in the stomach. They never actually even make it to where they're supposed to do their work, which is in your intestines. Ours use lactospore. It's a cutting edge of probiotics. It makes sure that the probiotics get to your gut where they need to be to actually help you, that they get there alive and happy and healthy and safe, and they start going to work in your gut where they need to be. So it's
awesome.
Amazing what they're able to do. And, I mean, I really suggest, I know I've got my little timer going. We got only a few minutes left. But I really suggest that anyone that is interested in learning about why we are above and beyond most other companies, why our products are better than what you can get at GNC, why we only have 14 grams of protein in our Profit when some others have, 32. Well, it's essentially because you're paying for an expensive pea. Your body can only absorb so much. That goes to the whole part of, the integrity of our company. They're not going to overload you with things that you're just going to pee out. They don't want to do that. So I really encourage you, print out those product info sheets. They are just chock full of good information. They explain to you exactly why the amount of stuff is in each and what it's doing and why it's doing it. And then just be, inquisitive, go online and someone says, oh, I heard bladder-wrack is in the wrap. Well, what does bladder-wrack do? Bladder-wrack is an anti-inflammatory and stimulates your thyroid. This stuff is, you can all find that stuff online, and it's really great to really be able to understand why our company
thank you so much for joining us on our Thursday night coffee chat. My name is Kristina Wilson, and I'm a double diamond from Newton, New Jersey. I am just so excited to be here with my lovely co-host, Catherine MacDonald. Verbiage and things that she's using. We don't need to know all those things.
How's it going?
Kristina just has a gift, and it's great having people like her around to ask questions. And I know she's very open to and I'm kind of excited because we're going to talk about our business opportunity, but what fuels our awesome business opportunity are our products. And I'm really excited about it, but it just goes to show you that there's a lot of care here, and a lot of things are taken into consideration. So
I would love to start, and I'm going to focus a little bit more on our products with my story.
I mean, I can't even articulate
you and I both
so I appreciate that.
Came on board pretty quickly because of the results we got with the product.
Real quickly, before we get into the business opportunity,
sometimes when I look back and where I was 2.5 years ago before I started with it work,
business owner,
and to know that I was dragging to get out of bed every day, I had about 15 pounds I really needed to lose to feel comfortable and help comfortable with myself and feel healthy and feel good about myself.
Business for the first time, or how can you
really
tell them how this
some digestive issues and things,
change your outlook on your future?
Had no idea what to do. I was trying some other programs; they were not working for me. And I had felt like this for about 8 years when I found it worked. And it was through a friend's Facebook post about a couple of our products that I thought, I really want to.
Really is such an
and specifically our greens, because I was lacking energy so much. And
2 different jobs.
Being a mom with 4 kids who are very busy, and I was
working in Manhattan,
as Caity, working a few different part-time jobs, I was just really struggling. So I got started on our greens, and within 2 weeks, I found myself able to stay up.
I just really believe in the company.
Later in the evenings, I wasn't needing to. I wasn't falling asleep on the couch at 7:30. And in fact, I was even staying up till like 10:30, 11 o'clock
over
some nights, feeling like I could get more things done, and I was getting up bright and early in the morning. But then on top of that,
and obviously,
I wasn't having the issues with my stomach hurting so bad and cramping up so bad when I would take our fat fighters after I would eat. And
at first, it was always a part-time thing. I always
dealing with that for 8 years and having relief from it within a matter of 2 weeks.
I wasn't really ready to go all in
immediately on our products. And
I signed up with the business fully, and that was
the day I heard about the products, really believing in what the
course of the past year and a half.
And
my husband and I have had
what
a ton of life,
knowing about those ingredients, what it was supposed to do for me.
Pretty monumental stuff. Has really
after that 2 weeks, I knew that this was something that I would want to be a part of for a very, very long time.
I always wanted to have a career. I
that's
love
really where our business took off, was me just sharing my story.
I'll toot my own horn, but I'm really good at it.
I love that. It's
when I'm in it, I think love
when you do have a personal experience, it does make it more believable, and then you're more passionate to go out and share that with other people. So I'm sure that that definitely helps your business for sure.
And my husband and I,
huge. And people will say to me lots of times, like, well, why do you need these products? And I'm like, well, you don't understand. I look and feel the way I do because of these products.
Yes.
So I would say my tip is
and
really
able to maintain it as well, right?
kind of finding yourself
I lost 16
really
pounds in the first 8
not
weeks.
think about this business
being on the products just because
hobby.
things I think normalized in my body. And
so
I've
not think of it
that
as a
now
hobby,
for
but
over
think
2
about
years,
it as a
which
journey of life and
fantastic.
love.
You don't hear about
and I are coming
weight loss programs
coming at
where
it from
people
now.
do
this isn't
something
just
over a small period
about
of
a
time
job.
and then
This isn't
stay
just about paying
consistent
bills.
with the
this
basis
is what
of
is
it
going to allow us
and
to live our lives
as well as I've been
and
able
really
to
spend
maintain.
time with each other the way that we want.
Anyways,
so it's no longer about money
Those
for
are
us.
huge,
It is, but it isn't.
results with our
It's
product
more
also.
just about the love that we're going to
when I got
be able
started, I
to
was full-time work and full-time
develop
school and not a lot
and really
of time in between.
cultivate
I was
together as a
taking 5
couple
classes
because
for
it's
my
something that we
bachelor's
found that we drifted apart. The more career-based we became, the further and further we drifted from each other.
And food was something
So
that
this
I
is
would
bringing us
grab
back
really
together
quickly,
into
and
a common goal
my
and
diet
a
suffered.
common dream.
And at the time,
So
like you, Catherine,
that's
I was
my
having
tip.
a
Live
lot
and
of
love.
digestive health
This
issues.
company is
So
all
I
about
got a
love
call
and
from my
relationships.
mom
So
about this crazy wrap,
Absolutely.
and she had told me all about it.
love
and at
you,
the time,
Kristina.
I was trying to get healthier and go to the gym and lose a bit of weight that I had through some medication that I was on at the time.
You want to go ahead and talk
Actually,
about
quite
that?
a bit of weight I gained.
Yeah,
and
we really
I was
can.
just
And
feeling so
what
bad
I love
about myself. I was struggling
through
with
this
a lot of
call is
anxiety
that
and
we're talking
depression,
to somebody
I was
who is
feeling
legitimately
so
a
self-conscious,
professional
this wrap came
in
into
what
my
she
life,
does,
and
and she's able to bring that into this arena if it works and these products. But
with the greens,
what I love is that we don't all have to be
go and I'm going to check this out and I'm going to see how
what
it goes.
Kristina is
And
to be successful at this. We can be the stay-at-home mom. We can be the school teacher. We can be the hairdresser. And because of the way our company is developed and because of the passions of our CEO for us all to work together, we are what we call one-team, mission-based. And so we have the opportunity to build a business successfully by reaching out to one another and filling in the gaps of what our strengths and weaknesses are for one another. And I love that. So as you consider looking into this business,
and that was my
really
goal.
I
was like, I'm going to go on this ultimate pack
just
for
what
90
gifts
days,
you
and I'm
have.
going to see what it
And
does for
it's
me.
so simple because it's only $99 to join.
So that I could
And
afford my product.
with that $99, you do get a really nice starter kit with all the marketing materials that you need to start sharing about our products right away. But you also get 4 body applicators or 4 of our wraps. And that's going to allow you to start building a story of your own by using those, or you can sell them right away for $25 a piece, $25 to $30 a piece, and you're going to recoup your $99 right away. And the person who gets you started is going to help you do that within your first week. So that this really doesn't have to be
amazing. And I can't trade
it doesn't have to be something that you invest in and you're trying to figure out how you're going to make your money back. We're going to help you do that in your first week. That is step 1 of our 3-step program. And step 2 is that same sponsor, that person who you're talking to, is going to help you get your first 4 loyal customers in 30 days. And the sooner you get those 4 loyal customers, the better off you are for building your business, because every single time you find 2 customers, you can get a box of wraps for $25, allowing you to make more cash so you can reinvest back into your business more quickly. Also, with getting those 4 loyal customers, you're going to earn $120 from free products. It can be wraps if that's what you would like to do with it, or it could be some of the other products that we've talked about tonight that are just going to help take you to a healthier future and help build your stories so you can we really do, share and what I really like with other people. I think the biggest thing we have in common with our stories was it wasn't about us losing weight. It was about us getting healthy and letting our bodies do what they naturally wouldn't come like you are, then by giving it what it needed as far as our health. And what's really exciting is our company just came out with what we're calling our Ruby bonus.
Exactly. So
and if in your first 60 days you have followed the first 3 steps of our program and you build to the Ruby level, you will get a $500 bonus. And that $500 will be on top of the commissions that you make from your sales and your team sales, and on top of your rep cash that you're going to make from all those reps you're going to earn from getting loyal customers. So it's a really, really simple program. I love that we keep it into 3 steps so that it's something we can easily do over and over again, and we can easily teach it to somebody else to do to help them be successful too.
And
Awesome. I'm so excited.
How I got into it, my first experience with the wrap.
So make sure you go ahead and get started.
I was totally a non-believer.
Now
just to give you a little bit of background, I am a certified licensed athletic trainer, so I do sports medicine.
For what we have.
I have my bachelor's and my master's
I was lying awake praying
in
that
that
there
field,
would be something
and I spent
that would come along
6 years learning about how
better.
this wrap
I
does not work, nothing like this. So I was
to get my
completely
health back
skeptical.
because, like I said, you can have all the money in the world, but if you don't have your health, you have nothing.
I love her to death.
I want to thank you both for sharing your hearts with us tonight.
out there
Kristina,
for me
you
because
are
I'm very
amazing.
analytical
I'm
and
so
very
proud
scientific.
of you. I'm proud of the leader
and
that you are, and Steve, and
all about
I'm really excited to watch
so
your journey unfold this year as you guys become
so she
parents.
finally
I'm really
convinced me about a week and a half
thank
before
you
my
for
wedding.
Your time and
after I had done extensive research on the ingredients,
Can't wait
make
till
sure
next
that there was
Thursday.
nothing bad in it, no carcinogenics, no like craziness.
You on this call if you're a guest tonight.
She finally convinced me to wrap on my arm.
Started.
At the time, I was working 2 full-time jobs and coaching volleyball.
And thank you guys for your time. Really, really
it
appreciate
was,
it. I'll talk
thank
to you guys.
Literally, I wrapped on a Tuesday. My wedding was the following Saturday, so a little bit more than a week and a half away.